Hey everybody, welcome back to Ys Origin. So, we got the Bell of Undead Killing. Ah! Nope, 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 blah. Why can't the fucking traps hurt you too? Oh hey, I almost leveled up. Oh boy, 3 more hit points. Ah. So the next one was... Fuck! Next switch I saw was that way. Ah, bullshit! There's a fucking gap between that and the wall. Crush him! Crush him! Fuck! Oh, fuck that shit. It's gonna bow out. Excuse me, where the fuck did you come from? Ugh. Platforming trap puzzles. Eat a dick. Oh, by the way, I almost forgot. A whole 3 hit points. Om nom nom. Christ on a... Like, how high up does this go? God damn it. Well, so much for those points. Oh yeah, those things. Ah, this must be it. Dracula's summer home. Rada's annex, where Lady Fina is allegedly being held. I can sense great malice emanating from within. But there's no way I'm going to wait for those incompetent knights. I can handle this on my own. I forgot how bad this one's is. I know all the bosses are annoying as shit as Unica. Damn, it's a trap. So nice to see you again. You. Don't know my name, do you? I must apologize for not introducing myself before I was otherwise occupied. I am Zava, the finest sorceress among the Darklings. I serve the great Lord Dallas. Dallas? So that's the name of your leader. Indeed, and a finer leader none shall ever know. Though I must say, this is a most pleasant surprise. I assumed the Devil's Corridor would keep you away for quite some time yet. Not to blame me, considering the miserable defeat you suffered at the hands of your brother. But you are the heir to the fact named for a reason, I suppose. You savages don't have the right to speak our name. As far as I'm concerned, I have no brother. All he is to me is now is a target, marked for death. Oh, is that so? Well, then it seems we have at least one thing in common. I can't stand the man either. He repeatedly kills my summoned creatures and takes their energy as his own. If Lord Dallas would allow it, I'd gladly tear him to shreds and use his entrails as feed for my familiars. I jest, of course. I would never be so cruel as to give my darling such low-grade meat. My, but what a sour expression you have. You and your brother seem to share that particular trait. Yours has more personality, though. If I had to pick, I'd say you're the cuter of the two, but then the little one usually is. Are you done? If you're not going to fight me, then just stand aside. The eyes of fact. Such delightful implements of sorcery. Most magic items from Ys are rather unappealing to me, but something about those cold, lifeless orbs feels comforting. It's almost like they were made for us.
What?
This is a much stronger familiar than the ones I entrusted to Epona. Come, show me what those eyes of fact can do.
See, that boss is a bastard as Unica. I remember that. I remember getting very, very frustrated. You can probably see why. He just teleports around, and Unica's melee.
What a spectacular show.
Damn you.
You are a fascinating specimen, little one. Your power, and the way you handle those eyes of yours. It's like you were born to be a Darkling.
The hell are you trying to pull?
Feisty. I like that. Truly, you and I aren't so different after all. We're like kindred spirits. We both lust for power, and we both find solace in the dark, alone and unfettered by the ignorance of others. Don't try to deny it. Perhaps I should introduce you to Lord Davos sometime, I suspect you and he would get along famously. Certainly far better than he and your dear brother.
Wait! Is that really how I come across? I'm nothing like them. I can't be! I can't let her get to me. That's what she wants. Lady Fina must be imprisoned upstairs. I just need to keep moving. Keep moving. Actually, if I remember correctly, I think I do need to equip the Evil Ring and kill shit for this next plot point. Ah. I'm a door. This door, the malice it's putting off is so strong. It's almost a physical presence. This must be what I felt outside. Ah, it's far more powerful than I thought. If I were to imprison a goddess, this is definitely where I'd do it. What are you so afraid of, Hugo? This barrier must be child's play compared to Father's shield magic. What right have you to succeed in this position if you can't even handle something as simple as a door? How are you ever supposed to defeat your brother, for that matter? Alright, I can do this. A strong enough blast of magic should do the trick. I'll just focus the combined energies of all three artifacts of Ys and charge them into the point of breaking. Then unleash! What the? Hi. Ah! I didn't like that. Hugo, you damned fool. Just because the people around you acknowledge your ability doesn't mean they truly understand what you can do. You're acting like a puppy dog performing to impress your master, but facts have no need for masters. They seek only power. And with enough power, you can surpass your brother. I have this odd feeling I was probably molested. Oh.
Well, well, look who's awake.
Not you again.
You sure are a handful, you know that? Do you really think you could use brute force to overpower the devil's gaze? I'm pretty reckless, but even I wouldn't get anywhere near that thing if I didn't have to.
Wait, were you looking after me?
You sound surprised. You owe me a rematch, remember? And I want you to be in tip-top shape for it. Besides, I'd have to be a real sicko to kill somebody while he's unconscious. Easy now. After what you've been through, I wouldn't suggest trying any sudden moves. Just take it nice and slow.
I don't need your pity. And I'm not unconscious anymore. So let's just get this over with.
You're one obnoxious little prick, you know that? Lucky for you, I'm also not enough of a sicko to attack someone who's too weak to do anything but mouth off. Now, if Zava were here, she'd totally slit your throat and laugh while you bled out. She's a real bad egg that way. Besides, Dallas ordered us to withdraw from Rada's annex, so technically I'm not even supposed to be here. Which means I'm sure as hell not going to do anything that would draw attention to myself.
Have it your way then. So why were you really looking after me?
I don't know.
I don't know. Is that the best you can come up with?
Doesn't matter. Just felt like it, that's all. So you really are the Claw Man's brother, huh? Why do you have it in for him so bad? Don't you two get along?
Does it look like we get along? As far as I'm concerned, I have no brother. All I've got is a target, a traitor I've set out to exterminate.
Yeah, I get that. But he's still your brother. If you've got to kill him, then you've got to kill him. But you're still bound by blood, you know. And nothing can ever take that away. Sorry, not trying to open up old wounds or anything. We just come from different worlds, I guess. You yeast people probably all think that way.
He's always been completely self-absorbed. The fact line is generally named first among those of the six priests. We're the arbiters in all matters of spirit. As the elder brother, Toll was expected to succeed our name, but he elected to become a holy knight instead. It came across as if he were scoffing in the face of his lineage, as if the position were beneath him. Simply put, he just didn't care. He wanted to follow his own path, so he did. Protocol and tradition be damned. He didn't even bat an eye when he was disinherited. It honestly didn't seem to bother him at all, really. And that's how the position of successor fell to me, the second son. They called me a magic prodigy now, but back then I was just an ordinary kid. I was constantly being compared to him as if I were living in his shadow. In its own way, it was nothing short of excruciating. But I did as father asked of me, and tried as hard as I could to live up to everyone's lofty expectations. My training was intense and all-consuming. I lost every friend I had, but eventually I was deemed worthy of my title. Finally, I thought, finally everyone will acknowledge my abilities. I'm no longer just regarded as Tolfac's little brother. But then your goddamn demons attacked, and we all had to ride Solomon's Shrine up into the sky to escape. And of course, Toll just had to stay behind with Commander Tova to buy time for the rest of us. Oh, how they praised him for his gallant sacrifice. And then, despite all my hard work, I was just Tolfac's little brother again. Brother to one of the greatest heroes of Ys. That still seemed to be all I'm known for. I fought so hard to crawl out from that shadow, only to be pulled right back in. I know I'm basically just lashing out at him. It's totally illogical for me to be as angry as I am, even after what he's done. But that doesn't change the fact that I really truly want him dead. His betrayal just makes that attitude a lot easier to justify. He shamed our family enough by forfeiting his right of succession so he could become a knight. But there's still honor in knighthood. He took an oath to protect Ys and the goddesses, after all. Then he trampled that oath into the ground, and for me, that's the final straw. He's beyond redemption.
You were kind of rambling there, so I'm not sure I really understood all what you were saying. But the long and short of it is, you still love him, right?
Were you even listening to me? How could you have possibly gotten that from any part of what I just told you?
Well, you want what he's got, so you're trying to be just like him, right? Or I guess it's better to say you want to be respected and looked up to by your father and everyone else the way he is. And you're frustrated that you can't seem to measure up. That sound about right? I got a big brother of my own too, so I totally get where you're coming from. You kind of want to be nice to him, but then you also want to wring his neck sometimes. And your parents were always saying things like, why can't you be more like your brother? And it's frustrating as all hell. Because you love him, but he's just such a pain in the ass, you know?
You don't get it at all.
Huh?
I said you don't get it at all. You've got one hell of an imagination, you know that? Why would I ever have the slightest inclination to be anything at all like him? That's patently absurd.
I don't know. I've been told I'm pretty good at reading people. Hey, if you say I'm off the mark, I won't push the matter any further. I'll just leave it right where it lies. It's the least I can do to thank you for opening up to me. This is kind of nice, you know. I thought I had you pegged as an uptight, self-important asshole, and I pretty much hated your guts. But now, I don't know. I guess you're really not so bad after all. You're like an extra smug version of me.
Is that supposed to be a compliment? This whole ordeal has me completely worn out. Didn't you say you were ordered to abandon this place? If so, I think it might be best for you to follow those orders now.
Alright, I can do that. Just so you know, though, it's not possible for regular people like you to get through that door, no matter how hard you try. But that goddess lady is definitely in there, and she's safe, so don't worry, okay? I'll catch you later.
Epona, was it? May I ask you one last question before you go?
Sure, but I can't guarantee I'll be able to answer.
Technically, I've already asked this, but I feel compelled to ask again. Simply put, I'm your enemy. Why are you going to all this trouble on my behalf?
Sorry, but my answer hasn't changed. I honestly have no idea. I guess I just wanted to give it a shot, you know? Come to think of it, it really doesn't make a whole lot of sense. What the hell's wrong with me?
You're an oddball. Weren't you supposed to be good at reading people?
Oh, shut up. You men always latch on to such trivial details. I've said my piece, so I'm out of here. Besides, if I'm late getting back, I'll never hear the end of it from Zava.
Alright, I'll let you go, but thank you, Epona.
You're welcome, Hugo. But just so you know, next time I see you, I'm gonna have your head on a silver platter. So you better keep it nice and clean for me, you hear?
Don't worry, I have no intention of holding myself back. But it promises to be one hell of a fight. Now then, what to do next? I can't rescue Lady Fina without opening that door, but according to Epona, regular people like me are incapable of getting through it. That basically confirms that it's been enchanted by some sort of powerful curse. And sadly, curses lie firmly outside my area of expertise. As much as it pains me to seek counsel with the search party, I may need Kadina's advisement on this. I'm not comfortable leaving this place unmanned, knowing Lady Fina's trapped within. I should use the little shell to get in touch with the search party from here. Hugo spoke into the little shell, and Iolia's voice echoed back in response.
Hugo, is that you? I hope you haven't been waiting too long. The knights were ambushed on their way to Rado's annex. It may be a while before they get there.
I see. Well, I'm already here, but I seem to have run into a bit of a roadblock. Hugo briefly details his encounter with the cursed door and asks Iolia if Kadina might be available to help.
Sure. I'll contact her right away and ask her to meet you there. Oh boy. You weren't kidding. This thing's got one hell of a curse on it. Just looking at it makes me feel tight in the chest.
If it helps, that woman said regular people would never get through. Her choice of words there seemed deliberate. Do you have any idea what she might have meant?
I think so. I have a theory, anyway. Best as I can tell, it'll only open for a demon, or someone harboring demon-grade malice, at the very least. It's honestly kind of ingenious. I mean, what better way to keep out do-gooders than by locking a door with pure hatred? So you pretty much have to be evil if you want to get in?
In other words, a door designed solely for people like him.
It really is quite a curse. And it's not just the door, either. The whole room is affected by it. It's like there's an impossibly strong barrier all around that no amount of brute force could possibly penetrate.
Uh-oh. Don't tell me you tried already. Yes, and one could say that it went poorly. So, is there nothing at all we can do? Lady Fina's trapped in there, after all.
Yeah, we can't just leave her. Isn't there any way to fool it or something?
If we could get our hands on one of the enemy's magic items, we might have a shot.
What do you mean?
Something with an equivalent curse on it. Particularly if it's something wearable. Assuming it doesn't kill the poor sap that tries it on, it might just do the trick.
Wow, I don't like the sound of that at all.
I think you might be assuming too much there. No one will be able to survive a curse that strong. Not under normal circumstances, no. But our only other option is to capture one of the enemies alive, so it seemed worth mentioning.
Yeah, I think that's even less likely.
Alright then. I'll head back into the tower and see if I can find any magic items that might serve a purpose. In the meantime, I'd like for the two of you to keep this area secure. The knights should be arriving here any time now.
Hugo? Sounds like a plan to me. In fact, it sounds almost too good to be true. You're actually communicating and coordinating with others. It's like some kind of miracle. Isn't your usual MO to do everything by yourself? What happened?
Nothing in particular. I just know my own limitations, and this is not a field of magic I'm familiar with, thus I defer to you as the expert.
Alright, I guess I can buy that. We'll be right here. Let us know if you find anything that might work. Be careful, Hugo.
Okay then, and that's it for this video. I'll catch you guys in the Satan door later. Adios.